the management of KPIT Tech. Kishore Patil is a co-founder, CEO and MD on the back of acquisition of Caresoft Global Engineering Solution businesses and the growth roadmap ahead for KPIT Tech. First up, the company has acquired Caresoft Global Engineering Solutions businesses. What's the rationale behind this, and could you share more details of this acquisition?
As you all know, the KPIT has been growing very strongly over the period and have established clear leader in software-defined vehicle for automotive and mobility. Our major focus and the client has been on the passenger car. When we look at T25, large part of its client has been on the passenger car vehicles. We have been talking about strategically to expand into some adjacencies, as we call, where more or less it is the similar thing, but different. It is required in a different way. And that was basically off-highway and commercial vehicles. And that's where we wanted to expand. And that is the number one, I would say, the benefit or the way we wanted to expand further as a KPIT. Caresoft has a large part of business coming from this part and really brings a couple of very key clients. The second part was, as we have, if you look at what is on the minds of the client, if you look at the CEOs or if you look at the clients, where they are seeing key pain points. And the key pain points are in new architecture, software-defined vehicle, which KPIT has been very, I would say, which is very entrenched in most of the conversation, most of the project programs, and probably arguably the largest in this area. The second and probably more important currently in the current context, which is of either tariffs or China or this, is the cost reduction and manufacturing efficiencies. And that's the second most important part. And with Caresoft, actually, we get both. And in the sense, Caresoft has two businesses, one which is what we call engineering solutions. The second is the cost benchmarking and creating the databases and information for required for comparison across and cost reduction. So KPIT is acquiring the engineering solution business, but strongly partnering with the cost reduction program.
All right, but Mr. Patil, give us some sense that with respect to this deal with Caresoft, what is the total quantum of that? How will the company pay that? It will be via internal accruals, or are you planning to take some debt?
No, I think it is all shared. 191 million we will be paying over a period. And it is largely, I would say, paid through internal accruals and the cash, which will generate over period. We have taken some kind of not too long, but deferred consideration over 2 years and and a little bit in the third year. So we believe most of it we can do it. At the most, we may borrow or 30 million odd $million. So largely, I would say, and hopefully, most of it will be through internal accruals.
Right. Also, talk to us about the foray into the China markets from this acquisition. Any other forays in China? Is that expected? And how are the changes happening in the global market, especially due to tariffs?
Yeah, I think the key point on the people, right? If the tariffs goes up, still how do you remain the competitive? And one of the main thing is cost reduction, and also look at new markets where they want to go. So whenever the cost reduction becomes help to at least offset some part of the tariffs and significant opportunities, some of the Western OEMs, if I have to see, in terms of reduction on cost, or even some of the Asians, non-Chinese players. So that is one part. The second important part also the manufacturing efficiency. Many people are putting plants in US. So what we can do. And the third, they are trying to go to new markets, which they have not explored. And when they go to new market, they don't have the same ecosystem. They, of course, need a software for the localized use cases or innovation. But these are the three areas which are important in this space.
And also, Mr. Patil, other growth plans is the company looking at this point in time? Any inorganic acquisition opportunities that you're still looking at?
There are industries which are going on. We are very committed to mobility, and we believe while we are arguably largest in this player, we believe still the headroom is 2 or 3 times where we are. And there may be certain, phases where relatively, if I had to say, there are cycles, but I believe this is where we see opportunity at least 2 times, if not 3 times of where we are. So we would like to keep focus. We would like to take a larger share of the clients and larger share of the overall industry. More importantly, shape the industry. So that's where leading by new technologies, new solution, and solving the client's problem. I think that's what we are focusing on. So anything we do is basically to help the clients in this area.
All right, Mr. Patil, thank you so much for taking the time out and joining us with the details of that. Moving on.
If you like this video, then like, share and subscribe to ET Now.